Hello everyone, this is Jane with Calamity Stampede. I have for you today a very fun technique. You see this background right here? This is a kind of like a tie-dye effect. And there are a couple of different tie-dye techniques you can do with paper, but this is one of them that I'm going to show you. So these are a few of the cards that I made using this background. There's one, I just showed you that one. So here, this one's a little bit different. As you can see, it's a little almost psychedelic. And this one's a little more rustic. And this was the first one that I did. And here is another example of just the background. I haven't turned this into a card yet. But let me show you how to do it. It is super, super easy. You can see I've kind of already been playing. I flipped this over. Okay, there are 4 things you need. Whisper white cardstock. So grab you some Stampin' Up Whisper white cardstock. Grab some markers. I'm using my Stampin Write markers. Grab some paper towels and a cup of water. So I'm just using a little coffee mug there. That's all you need. Paper towels, markers, cardstock, and water. And if you have a heat tool, grab it. If you don't, you can do this, but it's just going to take you a little longer because it has to dry. So let's get started. I've got a little piece of Whisper white cardstock here. Now all of these cards that I just showed you, I did in this color scheme. I used Highland Heather, Melon Mambo, Coastal Cabana, and Daffodil Delight. You can use any colors you want. For the marker, I actually chose the grape since it's a little darker. I thought it might give us a better effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush side of my marker, and now you can get a lot of different effects depending on how you mark. The first one that I did, let me see, where did I put that? This one here. This one, you'll notice it's almost striated. They go up and down. I just did an up and down pattern with my marker. But the rest of them I was experimenting, and you notice it's more circular. These I did circular patterns. So you can experiment and see what you like. So I'm going to start just circling, start putting in just random circles. This is a great project for children because kids love to kind of scribble, and this gives them the permission to just go to town and scribble. So I'm starting with my lightest color, which is the yellow. Whatever color you have is the lightest you should probably start with. And I'm just circling again. You can do whatever pattern that you would like. And my parakeet is putting in his 2 cents about this project. He has approved so far. Okay, I'm happy with the yellow, so I'm setting that aside. Next, I'm going to choose my Melon Mambo. And here is my brush side. So again, I'm just going to go over this in random circles. Okay, and there's no rhyme or reason. There's no magic number. You know, if you mess up, just like, see, I'm kind of messing up, it's okay. Just keep on going. And there is my pink circle. And you can get them as dark as you would like. The darker you make the darker ones, the more they are going to show up. Okay, that's good. Real quick, here's my Coastal Cabana. I'm just circle, 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 filling this in. There we go. Okay. And my last one, again, I am using the gorgeous grape, but for my cardstock, I was using the Highland Heather. I just thought the grape is a little darker. It's going to show up a little bit better because I know this doesn't look like much now, but here in just a second, it's going to be really, really neat. Okay, I'm done with my markering. Now, here's the magic, okay? Take your cardstock and crumple it up. I know, kids are going to love this part because they get to crumple it up. Now, what you want to do is see how, if there's a spot that doesn't have any crumples in it, see there? I'm going to crumple it more. I'm going to unfold it a little bit and just make sure it gets good and crumpled. Try to be careful not to rip your paper. And when you get it wet, it is going to be a little softer. It's going to be more prone to rippage or ripping. So just, you know, be a little careful once it comes out of the water so that you don't end up tearing it. I actually did tear one, and I was able to cover it up. See, I'm already tearing that there. See, but it's okay. because it's not a big deal. Okay, so go ahead and crumple it back up. Now, here comes our water. Okay, let's see if I can zoom out. Nope, it's not going to let me zoom out. So here, let me just pick up my camera. Okay, here's my water, and just drop it in. Get it wet. Make sure it gets good and wet. Now, let me set the camera down again. Put your water aside and bring over your paper towels. So lay out your paper on the paper towels. Okay, now start pressing out as much of the water as you can get. So just press, press, press. Try to get some of that water out as much as possible. Let's see how it looks. There we go. Now this is the point that you should take your heat tool if you have one. So let me see if mine will reach over here. So turn it on your low setting and just start heating it. And don't hold it in one area too long or you'll burn your paper, because these heat tools get pretty hot. So just go over it, and what you will notice is the longer you do this, the more the color starts to darken and come out. It's not going to be as washed. Can you see it's already starting to? There we go. I'm going to stop there. Now, this is still kind of damp, but what you want to do is either leave this to sit maybe overnight, just leave it until it dries. If you start working with this paper too soon, it's not gonna hold up. It's gonna tear easier, and you won't be able to tape it down because your tape or your glue probably isn't going to adhere it as well. But here is this particular one, and depending on your marks, it's going to determine what it looks like. And you see, it looks a little bit, it reminds you a little bit of tie-dye. So I think there are other tie-dye techniques, but this is just one of them. And depending on your marks, you can actually do this again when this dries. If you wanted to, you could go back over it with maybe different colors or the same, crumple it up again, put it in the water, and again. So you can do it, just don't do it, I wouldn't do it more than twice, because, if you do it too much, then your paper is just the fibers are just going to tear apart. This is very soft the way it is right now, but you see where we crumpled it, it gives it some texture, you see. So there you go, and there's so many different ways to do it, and the color choice and the stroke choice is really going to determine, you see this one's more striated too, it's really going to determine the outlook of your finished product. So here's something I did. I took the crackle paint stamp and I stamped over this in the crackle to make it kind of look rustic, and so I'll be using that in another card eventually. This one is a lot more rustic, and this one I actually stamped a butterfly from Beautiful Day, and I cut it out. You can see it's 3D. Oh, there you can see the rip. You see that rip? I hid it behind the wing, covered it up. So, there's a lot of things you can do with this. This one was very soft to me, so it reminded me of a baby. So let me tell you, because my customers, many of you are new to stamping, let me show you. This is the Follow Your Dreams set, and that's the one I made. I just got it today, so I've been playing with it. I love to play with my new toys. This is Follow Your Dreams, and it's got some really beautiful elements in it, and the Big Shot die cut that out. I love detailed dies. So there's that one, and I also got what, in my opinion, is probably the most versatile stamp set I've ever owned. This one is called Well Said. It's in the Occasions catalog. And I don't know, I hope it's carrying over to the new catalog in June. I believe it will. I really do, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, you can see all of the different phrases and sentiments here. They pretty much cover everything. So it's really versatile, and the Big Shot dies are just amazing. As you can see, the baby I cut out with the Big Shot die. And was there another one? Oh yeah, here, the birthday. I cut out birthday and I stamped happy and welcome out of the stamp set. And then I cut out the dies to match. So, and those little butterflies came in it too. So anyway, you will want to check out this bundle. I got the bundle for Well Said. And you see even that comes in the Big Shot die set. Anyway, so that is a really quick little technique. It's great for the kids. Even if you have an elderly loved one who loves to craft, get them crafting, get them stamping, and this is very good for their coordination, their dexterity, just, you know, letting them play with the markers. And I guarantee they're going to love this, and you can do so many things with this tie-dye background. So, I will see you next time. And stay tuned because I've got some really fun things coming up. We'll see you next time. Subscribe to my channel. You can check out my blog. I'll put the link in the comment section. So I will see you next time. Bye-bye.